Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had gonna
Interesting. We'll definitely keep an eye out. And yeah, the only other thing that I wanted to chat about was we partnered up to do a 5.0 plus clinic,
Yeah.
a very unique one in Austin, Texas, which I'm super excited about because 5.0 plus group has never really been taught or even sort of marketed to. Now it's difficult, right? Because it's the smallest cohort of players. Apparently something like less than 1% of players are 5.0 plus, but Matt Pennegasser actually mentioned that 6% apparently of Picklr members are 5.0 plus. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's it's very rare to see a company that actually has a VP of pickleball like Matt
Hmm.
Pennegasser, right?
Hmm.
For us, it's always been important to develop players. Part of our core at the Picklr, there's the connecting and compete pillars that we strive to live by. The competition side, I mean, pickleball is one of the few sports that people are actually willing to dedicate the time to get better, right? I grew up playing sports. It might not look like it, but I don't go in my backyard and practice my 40 or my tackling drills or even my 3 points, but for some reason people are willing to invest on getting better, and I think that happens consistently at the Pickler to have a dedicated place, and I think our membership allows that to happen, right? Where you're able to reserve courts, you're able to participate in clinics, and to your point, I mean, to have someone like yourself be able to do a clinics for 5.0s. I mean I think everyone should be excited about that because there are that group of 5.0s that kind of get to that point. It's like, but what's next? And I think I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. You are very well respected when you get on the camera and you discuss pickleball strategy, how to do X shot or being an innovator when it comes to serves that eventually gets that gets banned from the sport. But like people pay attention, right? And I think for us it was important as we launch what we call P4. It's a certification process at the Pickler on how to get players better at pickleball. That's our focus. You're the first person that came to mind of like, who can we partner with? And again, it hurts to say that, but you were the first person that came to mind because I feel like when you get in front of that camera, people pay attention, and people should be paying attention to these clinics because uh, y- you know uh, I will say this out loud: Austin pickleball is my favorite pickleball scene in the world, and I
Let's
think for
go,
you to be
baby.
able
Let's go.
to have that training available to especially so many high level players, that I think it's gonna be massive to understand what needs to happen, next steps on their pickleball path.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we should clarify because the marketing around this is slightly different, and we both screwed it up. Mostly me because I introduced it as a clinic. It's not a camp, not a clinic. It is an intense training session,
An intense
six
training
hour
session.
intense high performance training session. So you have to have a 5.0 plus Duper rating to even be allowed to sign up. We're gonna be working
Do you know
on
anybody at Duper that can bump up
that can fudge some
my
numbers
rating?
for you.
Yeah.
If I
Switch the
did,
three
I'd fudge
five to
my
a
own
5.3.
duper numbers. If I did, I would be bumping my own numbers up. Yeah. So George, you are not even though you own the thing, you are not allowed to attend.
Yeah,
Um,
I get it.
but I'm like I enjoy teaching the 5.0 plus level the most, and those are the people that are least likely to actually probably engage in any sort of coaching because there's such a limited amount of people that can coach a
Yeah,
5.0 plus session.
that's a great point.
So I'm unbelievably excited to do this one in Austin. It's the last week of June, and we actually have one coming up at Picklr HQ in Kaysville the first week of August, following MLP as well. So really, really excited for both of those. Honestly, because I think I'm going to have a lot of fun teaching them.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have a
anyway, I
lot of fun
think
watching you teach.
Yeah,
So
you can watch. That's actually
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good for you. I feel like you can. There's nothing against 3-5 players watching. So
Watch, yeah, absolutely.
perfect. So stoked for those and excited for everything Picklr. You want to give us any hints on what the next market is you guys are going to go to, or are you just going to, leave that one too?
Let
Come on, some breadcrumbs, some
some
breadcrumbs.
breadcrumbs. I mean, there's a lot of koalas there.
The San Diego Zoo. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. And hopefully that's announced sooner than later. But again, I think there's been so much concentration on domestically. We have to get clubs open, right? There's nothing more important than that. We have 44 clubs open. We'll have 80 by the end of the year, but there will be a balance eventually, which is like, how do we get this game international, and how do we create the infrastructure? And I think we can lead that space as well. And so I think I mean, Zane, we talked about that. I think originally the conversation started because you saw opportunities with us on the international side and how you can help us develop and grow the sport internationally. And I think you see it too. I think you see the opportunities at hand on it, just at hand just to grow the sport internationally. And I think there's going to be some cool places that we announce this year and in the years to come.
Yeah. Well, excited for it. When you do cool stuff, we'll get you back on the pod again, George. But I
Sweet.
appreciate it. Thanks for coming on, chatting about the Picklr Japan and the Vulcan acquisition. That's pretty cool stuff in pickle. So appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Zane. Thanks for having me on.
All right, so as I mentioned with George, we've got this really cool training session coming up in Austin. You can sign up for this through the Picklr app or Play by Point, or by contacting the Austin Picklr West. I am really, really excited about this. I don't know whether how many people it's going to attract or not, because it's something completely unique and new, but we're doing 6 hours of really high level instruction stuff, and I'm super pumped for it. You also get entry into a winner take all, or a first, second, and third place payout Moneyball tournament the following day. You're going to get gifts from me, as well as the opportunity to come train with me and my group if you win that Moneyball event as well. So I'm really, really excited for this. We've got that one happening at the end of June in Austin. And we've got another one at the Picklr in Kaysville, Utah, right after MLP at the beginning of August. So really, really excited for that. Go check those out. All right. So last week I told you guys about Superpower and how we're actually going to follow along with my Superpower journey a little bit here. But Superpower is basically a personalized sort of health concierge. Last week, I did my blood test and I got my results back from Superpower, and they're going to be reaching out to me with a coach, basically to tell me what my blood is saying. Now, I really, really, really hate needles, but there were some really interesting things in there that I'd really like to, talk to my new Superpower coach again. So Superpower runs over 100 lab tests on everything in your blood, including gut health. They give a personalized game plan, and they have an AI chat so you can dig into the data on your own without a medical degree as well. Like I said, I've got my results coming. Thomas's are on the way. And if you want to see what's really going on inside your own body and get a good knowledge of that, you can head over to superpower.com/start/the dink, or hit the link in the description.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie,